guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. I have a good video for you today. We are going to talk online auctions, both shopping online auctions and hosting an online auction. I'm not talking about hosting as far as like you list something on eBay, because that's pretty much everything's handled for you. I'm talking about you actually hold an online auction, maybe for a nonprofit, maybe for your business, whatever. So I'm going to go through both shopping and hosting an online auction. So let's just jump into this video. Alright guys, let's talk about shopping an auction. What do you need to know to shop an auction? Well, one, you're going to want to know, and really these aren't in any order because they're all equally important. But first, you're going to want to know, what is that auction, rated? How are they rated? How are the reviews? Are they a good auction? Do they turn over good products? Are the products how they're pictured? Are they kind of shady and people have picked up their products and they've been in a lot worse condition with it not disclosed, which it is supposed to be, or the pictures showed it but didn't show it? So first and foremost, when I'm looking at maybe shopping an online auction, I look at the overall reputation of the auction site itself. Now, if it passes that first hurdle, which is really the huge hurdle, the next equally important hurdle is, do you have to pick up your items? Do they offer shipping? And where are they located? Is it within a comfortable driving distance from my home? Is it an all-day trip? Or is it going to be pack the bags, pack the dogs, pack the husband, get a hotel, that kind of trip? It matters, because who has the money for a lot of those trips, especially after you just participated in an auction? So that's one thing. Where are they located? What's my driving time? What is the gas cost factoring in? Now remember too, when you shop an auction, a lot of times there is anywhere from an 18 to 20, 21%, 22% fee in that is processing, whatever they want to call it. Okay? It's a large percentage. So you could end up paying a large percentage of something that you've already paid for. It's like an extra cost. And hold on, and I'm going to... The buyer's premium is a charge in addition to the hammer price, the winning bid announced of an auction item or lot. The winning bidder is required to pay both the hammer price, the price you bid, and the percentage of that price called for by the buyer's premium. It is charged by the auctioneer in addition to the commission, which has always been charged by auction houses to sellers. All of the buyer's premium is retained by the auction house and is not shared with the item seller. Major auction houses have levied the buyer's premium for several decades, particularly in fine art auctions with percentages in the region of 10 to 30%. The buyer's premium has been characterized by auction houses as a necessary contribution to the cost of the administrative process, although some in the auction buying community see it as an unreasonable additional charge. While a few auction houses may market themselves as not charging a premium to gain favor with customers, this is now rare, and the buyer's premium is commonplace with auction houses. However, small independent auctioneers in the U.S. have been slow to adopt the buyer's premium. But online estate sale auctions, there's a buyer's premium, I'll tell you right now, and they're around 18 to 20%. Now, keep in mind, the auction houses are already taking a percentage of what the seller gets. So, I don't shop online auctions, just for that reason unless there's just something very, very special. But then I won't bid over $10 because I'm being charged twice. It's ridiculous, and I would just, you have to do a lot of soul searching as you shop online auctions. Is that something you're comfortable with paying? Is that something you don't mind paying? Is the item you want at a reasonable price worth it? What if you won the item and you think you got a great deal because it's a $500 item and you got it for $100? Well, on top of that $100, you're going to pay a premium of, say, 20%. So 20% of 100 is $20, right? Sorry, my math is terrible. I think it's $20. Yeah, $20. So you're going to pay $120. Is it worth it to you or not? Maybe if you're going to make $500, but maybe not. If the item is $10, that makes it $12, and the most you can get for it's $18. You know, maybe your cutoff was $8, but you pay that, now you're only getting $6. So it's a personal preference, personal in your business. Is it for business? Is it private? You know, you have to determine, is the buyer's premium something you want to deal with? Okay, so equally important for me is the buyer's premium, the distance, where it's located, the buyer's premium. The reviews, distance, and buyer's premium. Then make sure you look at those pictures really good. If you have any questions, if there's a preview period, you should go do the preview. It's worth it to go do the previews. You get peace of mind that those photos, that description or the lack of description is correct. You may go and there may be a huge old crack in the back that's not shown in the pictures. Or maybe it looks good, there's no cracks, but there's a lot of crazing and you don't want to deal with crazing. Okay, so it's worth taking your time, your effort, because it's your money. So if there's a preview offered, go to previews. If not, see if you can, locate other people that have bought from this company continuously. What have they thought about them? Again, reviews, word of mouth. Starting bids. Are they requiring a high starting bid, or are they letting nature take its course? Most of the time they start at $1. Sometimes they'll start at $5. $5 is high if the product you're bidding on, you can only get 20 and you end up paying 10. If you got it for $2 versus $5, that's $3 difference in your profit. Again, personal decisions. Procedures for handling their sales. What are their procedures? If they ship, they're not going to ship the cheapest, because guess who pays for shipping? You do. They don't. What is their procedure for pickup? Are you going to have to wait after you get there? Do you go on time, but you still have to wait? I did that. I waited an hour one time in an auction that I was on time for, but I had to wait. So their procedures for handling sales, pickup, whatnot. And your cost. What are your costs involved in purchasing? Is it private or business? Private, it may not matter so much what your costs are. But if you're buying something to resell or to work into a design or something of that matter, do the cost outweigh the benefits? Okay. That was if you are shopping an online auction. What if you want to host one? What if you're breaking into the estate sale game and you want to offer an online auction? Or what if you're a vintage reseller and you have a large inventory, maybe your booth's full, or maybe your Etsy shop, you don't want to put any more in it, whatever, and you want to get rid of some extra product in an auction, but you don't want to list it on eBay. You want to be in control of the process. Well, if you're going to do an online auction, you have to have somewhere to do it. And most of the time, if you're not going to let eBay run the thing and do it by their rules, their cost, all of that, then you're going to have your own website. You're going to have to figure out, is that website capable of commerce? Are they capable of handling the traffic that an auction might drive in? Is the software set up? Do you accept enough forms of payment? Okay, so the biggest thing, can you do an online auction, is do you have the space? And I'm not talking about eBay or Etsy or anywhere. I'm talking about you doing an online auction. Do you have a space on the internet to do it? And is it set up? Can it handle the traffic? Does it have the correct software? Can you handle the money? Then, if you have all those, can you handle the whole process? The photographs, the description, the listing, the care for it while it is in your possession, making sure people can view it if they want to view it, if you're going to offer that. Then on pickup day, what is your procedures for auction pickup? How are you going to handle this big influx of people coming to get all these items that they purchased? Okay. What are you charging your client? Do you have a place to store these items? Are they going to sit in the client's home? Then can the client pull them out if they decide to, even if you've already got them listed? You have to decide all of this before you even start the auction. You have to get all this straight in your mind, how it's going to run. Best thing is, if a client gives you the items, then they sign a disclaimer that once you have started the process of photographing, description, pricing, researching, then they can't pull the item out anymore. Because you're going to waste your time, your employees' times, and you're having to pay them for that. And then the client comes in and says, oh, I've decided I want to keep Great Grandma Mary's silver tray. And you've already invested maybe 15 hours researching it, trying to find out, taking it somewhere to get it appraised. You've already invested money, but they're pulling it out. You don't get that money back. So you want to have procedures in the contract with the client. When can they not pull stuff out? Who's going to store the items while they're on the online auction? Do you have a facility? If you do, will the items be safe? Do you have it set up for previews? If it's going to be in the client's home, can people go do a walkthrough one day to see all the items? Or are you not going to offer previews? These are all good questions. And it's all of that are things that you, as the auctioneer, person hosting this online auction, have to have in place before the thing ever goes live. Then what happens if there's a glitch? What happens if somebody bids and then somebody cuts them off? Are you going to have a cutoff feature where, how are you going to handle every scenario you can think of and then 100 you can't? Because they will come up. Okay, guys, so that's it. That's how to shop and host an online auction. I hope this helped. I hope you got some useful information. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with that little bell. And leave me a comment down below. Have you shopped an online auction? What was your experience? Have you hosted an online auction? And I'm not talking eBay. Thanks, guys, for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.